The story leading our bulletin at this hour. Artists are marching against the strict lockdown rules. They are at the union buildings in Tshwane to urge government to allow them to work. They are calling for the industry to operate at a 70% capacity. It has been one of the hardest hit sectors since lockdown regulations came into effect in March, making it difficult for entertainers to earn an income. Reporter Tshegohaco Moagi is following that story and is joining us now live from Tshwane. Good morning, Tshegohaco. Can you tell us what's been happening so far in this march?
Good morning, Pradan. So the artists have actually just gathered here at Church Square, and they are planning on moving here at any minute from now to the union buildings and to hand over a memorandum to the president there, and hoping that he'll actually just hear their cries for them to operate at about 70% capacity. But to give us details about what their calls are and what they're really hoping for from the president and from this particular march, I'm joined by Romeo Ramauda. He is the president of the Arts and Culture Youth Forum and also the convener of this march. Romeo, thank you so much for your time. Just give us details about what you are really calling for as the industry, the arts industry.
Thank you very much. First of all, as the industry, we recognize that government is doing what it can to save lives, but also as the president continues to say that we must save lives and also save the livelihoods. So basically the cultural and the creative industry is still on level 5. So we are saying we are in level 5 because we are unable to work. So what we are demanding are very simple issues to say. We are asking the president to open the cultural and the creative industry at 70% capacity. We are talking about venues, we are talking about theaters, we are talking about events, because you must understand that the cultural and the creative industry employs a lot of people. A lot of people are losing their jobs. A lot of venues that give us jobs and employment are closing and shutting down. So also we are here because we are calling for the president to drop the charges against the artists who are arrested in KZN. Because when you see artists starting to march and blocking the busy entry roads and other roads, it's because people are becoming frustrated. All we are asking is that we want to work for ourselves and our families. The issue of the relief is not working. We have seen that the relief has been benefiting some of the artists who have got access to data and those who are staying in urban areas and other areas where they are fortunate. So we've got a lot of artists, our members, who are unable to access relief, who are staying in remote areas. So we have spoken to the Department of Arts and Culture to say we need to have help desks so that we are able to help our members around the country. So when that failed and we had meetings with the department where a lot of promises were not brought forward, we actually decided to write to the minister and also organize a march to the president. Because we also acknowledge that the president of this country, every time when he speaks about the State of the Nation address, the creative and cultural industry is only one line. So we are saying that as artists, we must be taken serious. As artists, our livelihood is very, very important. In fact, the cultural and the creative industry, it has been confirmed, contribute more than 63 billion annual. So when we are closed down for more than seven months, it means we are unable to contribute to the GDP of the country. So we are also demanding that we know there's the employment stimulus, which are meant to save the jobs and revive the cultural and the creative industry. We are demanding the president to make sure that the economic stimulus are open as soon as possible. We were told by the department in a meeting that there's 1.2 billion meant for the cultural and the creative industry and sports. So we are demanding our fair share of 600 million. And we are saying this 600 million must benefit those who've got ideas to open the industry and revive the cultural and the creative industry. And it must also benefit organizations that represent creative practitioners. So we are ever disappointed that the Cultural and Creative Industry Federation, CIFSA, they've written to the minister opposing this particular march. The same federation that is supposed to represent us and our interests, they've written to the department distancing themselves with the march. So we are saying to them, it's fine, we do not need you because you don't represent us. Maybe you represent other people. This march in particular, there is nobody who's been transported here. These artists, they are coming with public transport from every corner of the country.
All right, thank you so much, Romeo. Sorry, I have to cut you off there. We run out of time. Bradan, there is Romeo just giving us details about this march and really what they are calling for.
Thank you very much. Tshegohaco Moagi eNCA there, as the artists there and entertainers are waiting to begin their march to the union buildings.